Okay, video number, we have 5 or we have 6? So we just did cloud platforms. Um, so lab environments, next possible lab environment would be containerization, okay? Containerization is basically the same thing as virtualization. The difference is you're using a different type of platform that creates what we call containers. So if you imagined you have your operating system platform that is on your computer, like Windows or say Linux, then containers are built, they're like little boxes that are created where you can isolate the virtual machines within those containers, boxes, okay? The most popular for beginners is Docker. And you can actually install Docker on a regular laptop that you have. And then if you're going to go that route, I highly recommend you invest in some training in how to download the images from Docker and then boot them up and run them and then log into them, because it's a process. Containerization is something I highly recommend everybody learns at some point, but it's not really something I would recommend you start out with, but it is an option, okay? Like the cloud platform, again, the images, the operating systems are pre-configured. So when you boot them up and you run them, you're not getting that experience of actually installing the operating system and configuring it. But you can, once it's up and running and you can get into it, you can install stuff on it. You know, you can install the other services, DHCP, DNS, SMTP, whatever you want to install on it and configure it. It's just another option. So containerization, Docker, one of the more advanced containerization models is Kubernetes, which spelling it alone is hard enough, but it's fun to try to learn. But it is more of a DevOps type of containerization model. DevOps is development operations. So learning development inside security. And essentially what you're doing is you're running automation, script-based stuff to do various tasks, okay? I don't want to get too far in that because this is for beginners, strictly for beginners. So again, lab environments. You know, you beginners, please don't waste your time too much with certifications. You know, again, if you want to get a cert, get A+, get Network+. Beyond that, start messing around with stuff, because you're not going to get a job by having certifications, period. You've got to know what you're talking about. And to know what you're talking about, you've got to work with this stuff, okay? Yeah, so that's my series on lab environments. I think the next one I'll create will probably have to do with Active Directory. So next, with your lab environment, I'm going to give you guys some basic assignments in which directions to go.